Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly unique, the Indianized version of Vegeta. This is part one of an epic three-part series where I'll reveal the making of this incredible illustration and the story behind it. In this chapter, Vegeta embarks on a journey that will push his limits beyond anything he's faced before. From an unexpected rift in space-time to a duel with a mysterious sage in an unknown realm, this is a story of transformation, humility, and power like never before. Ready? Let's begin. Our story begins with Vegeta traveling alongside with Whis through the vast emptiness of space. It was a journey like any other, until something caught Whis' sharp eye. A crack, a thin glowing fracture right in the fabric of space and time itself. "Whis," Vegeta demanded, "what is that? How can a crack appear out of nowhere?" Whis' usual calm demeanor faded. His voice grew serious. "This is troubling. These energy readings, they don't belong to any of the 12 universes. I must inform the Grand Priest immediately." As Whis contacted the Grand Priest, Vegeta's curiosity burned hotter than ever. True to his nature, he ignored the danger and edged closer to the crack. And then, it happened. The pull was sudden, violent, unstoppable. Before Whis could react, Vegeta was gone. When Vegeta opened his eyes, the void of space was gone. Instead, he found himself in an icy mountain range, blanketed in white. The air was heavy, crushing, so thick that even flight was impossible. He tried, again and again, but nothing worked. So he walked. Hours passed in silence, the frozen winds biting at his skin, until a flicker of light, a cave, and within it, a small fire crackling gently against the chill. "Someone's here," he thought. "Maybe they have answers." He stepped inside, and there, seated in stillness, was a sage, deep in meditation. The aura around him was unlike anything Vegeta had ever felt, not even among the gods. "Where am I?" Vegeta demanded. "What is this place?" The sage opened his eyes just enough to look at him, then gently placed 2 fingers on Vegeta's forehead. In an instant, he saw everything, Vegeta's entire life from birth to this very moment. Then, he closed his eyes again, returning to meditation. No words, no answers. Vegeta's temper flared. The silence was unbearable, but before he could explode, the sage spoke softly. "Why don't you wait outside? You'll find your answers there." Confused, Vegeta stepped out. Minutes later, the sage emerged. When the sage appeared, his presence was overwhelming. The sheer weight of his aura shook Vegeta to his core, and yet the sage smiled, calm, unmoved. Vegeta clenched his fists. His pride screamed louder than his fear. "Fight me!" he roared. "Now!" The sage accepted with a smile. The battle began with a flash of gold. Vegeta unleashed his Super Saiyan form, charging forward with everything he had. But then, 2 fingers, a flick, and in an instant, his form was shattered. Vegeta snarled. "Enough games!" Power erupted as he ascended to his perfected Super Saiyan Blue form. The very mountains trembled under the force of his aura, and for the first time, the sage's smile disappeared. His eyes sharpened, filled with something Vegeta had never seen before. Focus. Fear crept into Vegeta's heart, fear greater than when he faced Jiren, even Beerus, but he attacked anyway. Blow after blow, roars echoed through the icy peaks, but no matter what he did, the sage remained untouched, unshaken, until Vegeta could fight no more. Vegeta collapsed, drained of every ounce of power. Gasping, he looked up. The sage stood tall, calm, not a single drop of sweat. And in that silence, a truth struck Vegeta harder than any blow. He was nowhere near the top. There was more to learn, more to master, more to become. And this was only the beginning. That's it for part 1. In the next episode, we'll reveal the identity of this mysterious sage, his origins, his power, and why fate brought Vegeta to this strange world. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 of the Indianized Vegeta saga.